Yo, yo, mic check. Slump Musiq here. How's it going, man? Slump Musiq here. Glad everybody could tune in. I'm gonna my breakdown how I got my studio set up. This is just a little part of how I have my studio set up. So I'm gonna go through this brand new Jura plugin, but I wanna explain. I'm gonna give you guys a thorough walkthrough of how I have my template set up. So this is gonna be a thorough video to show. I have my turntables and everything else set up, but I'm not gonna. I'll do that on another video. I'm just gonna show you how I have everything set up. So I'm able to sample and everything just all right here into Ableton. Ableton just had their new update 11.3. Um, they got another plugin. They got a new plugin called Drift, and I will also play with that one on the next video. I'm not gonna do that one on this, but I do want to play with this Jura for a little bit. I'm gonna walk through it just like how I'm experiencing the same way how whatever I see and you're gonna see the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Um, I have my MPC one right here set up. And I also have my Force set up and the Tascam Model 12. Um, I have everything running through a 18i20 Scarlett interface, and then under it I have a 88-8200 Scarlett, and that's what's giving me a full 16 track. Whatever inputs. Um, as they say, 20 in, 18 in, 20 outs, or whatever. It has all the ins and outs that you would need to do anything, and plus you have your, your mixer, whatever. But as you see, like I have all these speakers set up. I'm in the middle of setting up my lab for Dolby Atmos, and I'm just kind of moving some things around and just figuring out how I want everything to sound far as music production and being able to route all these sounds and everything else, and it's gonna give me the effect that I want, because I do skits and I use like helicopters and rain and all that other stuff, and I'm gonna be using Dolby Atmos for that right there, and also for music production. So let me just first go through like how I have my Ableton set up. um, right here, as you look on the screen, this is the MPC one track right here. This is the MPC one. There it's right there. I also have the JURA plugin in there already. Um, so the first thing you want to do, is make sure you go. I click on these three dots right here, these three lines right here on the left side, right here on the plugin. Go down to edit right here. Go to preferences, and then you want to go down to where it says hardware. Now, if you're using any other DAW like Ableton or Logic or anything else that you're going to be using the MPC in, you'll be changing this here back and forth right here where it says record overdub, where it says host to DAW. You want to change that to plugin. Now, everything that you're going to be using will be going through the plugin, the Akai software, and then you'll be able to just route everything from the software right into Ableton. But that'll also help so you can play and stop and do all the other stuff. Long as you go into, let me see, you go right into edit, go back into preferences right here, then you can go down into where your MIDI is at. So pretty much it's gonna be in the software now, because I'm in Ableton. But you want to make sure that you got the Ableton link turned on the hardware and standalone. But you want to also go into your MIDI and then make sure that you got it set to Ableton start stop sync. So when you go into Ableton, you should be able to so when I go to MIDI right here, this is how mine is set up. Of course, I'm using the Slate Raven right here as well. This is what this bash commander is right here at the bottom. But far as that, the start stop sync, you want to make sure this is turned on right there. So once you got that turned on, you should be pretty much to go. Like if you got it all turned on all your units, like you have an MPC X Live One. What if you got them all connected together? And if you go on to the MIDI onto your unit, if you go into preferences and go into the MIDI, where's my MIDI at? All right, yeah, go into the MIDI on the unit, and of course it's gonna recognize everything in there. But you want to also scroll down right there, and then you're gonna see where it says receive. Put that on Ableton link, and then have it set to Ableton start stop sync. Turn that on. And if you have anything else MIDI'd up, you can also turn on the receive MMC, and you should be good to go from there. And when you hit play, everything should start playing. Yeah, so you see, like, it's playing here on the Force. It's also playing on the MPC one, and it's also playing right here in Ableton right here. So let's see. Trying to see which metronome is playing right now. Is it this one? Yeah. So that's the MPC metronome that I was playing. And see, as you see, it's going through right there. So the next thing what I want to explain how I have it set up is my Akai Force. My Akai Force, the Model 12 is ran with the USB directly into the Akai Force to give it to 32 inputs and 32 outputs. So whatever I do on the Force is gonna go inside of the Model 12 onto these mixers, and I got it coming out through a sub mix right here into this 1 and 2 channel right here. Now this is gonna give me that mix of this right here inside of the Force. I mean inside of Ableton. Ain't no telling what you might end up using the Force for inside your beat. You know what I'm saying? You could be using it just for your samples, or just for your synth or piano or stuff like that, and then use your MPC one or Live or X for your drums and whatever else, your chops. So that's good like that. Now on right here at the very top on track number 1, you see that that's my MPC. This is my MPC right here. So what I did is I have my MPC software opened up on this track right here, and then I opened up 16 audio tracks. Actually, I did 17 because track number 1 is the main stereo of the MPC. So you want to make sure you have 17 audio tracks. By the time you route everything out of your MPC, there should be nothing here flashing, not unless you want a sample or something there, and then you're gonna route that to another audio track. But the 17th track is for this track right here. So when you're done routing everything out of your MPC, this track shouldn't even be hitting. It should be all these other tracks right here should be hitting. I also had this here set up to also run Machine with another 16 track, but I'm gonna take this here out because I'm not gonna use it for this video right now. But it'll be the same way, like how I got the MPC with 16 tracks. I have the Machine right here with another 16 tracks, so I'll route all these tracks out right there. So, but instead of me doing that, I'm not even gonna use this track right here, so I'm just gonna close that out. But all these audio tracks, I'm gonna need these right here. So whatever I decide to use on the Force, it's gonna come directly into this audio track right here. And I mean, you can just record it right on into Ableton, and and everything's gonna work out. So I would set these here audios right here back to external. I just put 4 in there because that's the Akai Force. Just run the four audios out right there, and then when I have something in here, they're gonna go. You'll know what track that they're on, because what it's showing right here is all the tracks that I have in my interface. So these are all my ends right here. I mean, I have the stereos inputs, and then I have 18 mono inputs. So I'm gonna, whatever I route out of the force is gonna go in on these tracks right here, and then you'll bring it in right to Ableton. Then you can record it right into a clip. And I'd also do the same thing with my Tractor Pro onto an audio track as well. If I want to sample something, I have it plugged right into the back of the Force. So in standalone, it's already in Ableton Link. Whatever I have playing on my Tractor Pro DJ is also on Link, so it's gonna be catching the same tempo, and everything's gonna be right on time and right on sync. All right, so now you guys see how I got that right there pretty much ran. Um, I'm gonna let you guys look at this here, so you can copy this to route your MPC the exact same way. So what I did on track number 1, I have all in, and then it's to receive all the channels. You're not even gonna record on this track at all. Um, all these audio tracks that you set up right here, the 17 audio tracks at the top right here, you want to make sure that they all say MPC all the way across right there. And then you're gonna start from audio output 3 and 4, and then work your way down 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, all the way down until you get to 32 tracks. You should be right here on the last one. On your 16 tracks should be 31 and 32. Now you're gonna have 17 audios. Let me take this machine out of here. You're gonna have 17 audio. This last audio right here is gonna be your track number 1 from your MPC. So whatever you have on track number 1 is gonna be on this one right here. And I mean, you can either leave it right here, or you can move it all the way over to the very beginning, so you'll know that's track number 1. I mean, coming out audio track number 1 and 2, so you'll know that. But these other tracks right here, the externals that I have here, are gonna be for the Force. So now you know how I got this here routed out. Now you'll be able to see how it's gonna play out as I play along with this Jura plugin and make this beat, because everything is gonna be right here on the fly, and you're gonna see these tracks right here just line up. They're gonna line up all the way across here, and it'll be a full beat. But we're gonna see what it sounds like. We're gonna see if it sounds good, if it sounds bad. I'm just gonna do it all freestyle. So let's see what it do. I mean, I ain't shy about it. I'm just gonna be about it. Let's do it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and mute my mic, or I ain't gonna mute it. I'll talk you through it the way that I'm doing it, so you'll understand this. All right, I got my MPC on track number 1. I'm gonna open that up. Here it is right here. That's the plug-in right here, and in the Force. I mean, in the MPC 1. So the way I do is I got the Jura plugin already in here already, and then if I wanted to see it, I usually will go to where it says sounds, and then you can pull up your Jura plugin right here. But before you do that, I would click on this little circle right here in the right corner. Click on that right there. You want to make sure that this box right here is checked, where it says loading instrument opens editor. That means every instrument that you open up on the unit or whatever that you're gonna have inside your software that's coming through this, it should open it up. So now when I go to Jura, I got my sound right there. I can go to edit instrument or whatever. When you click on it to open up the instrument should pop up right here on the screen instead of you having to click on it to open it up now. As you see right here, it also whatever that I have right here on the screen, it should be popping up right over there. It ain't showing it like the way it should be showing it right now. It's just the way it's doing right now on the actual screen is you, if you see my cue links every time I change over, like from the bottom from main to the LFO to the different screens and stuff, it's changing on my cue links. So you see right there, the cue links are very, very, very active with this. Far as if you need to adjust any parameters or anything, but I mean, if I want to move something on the screen right here, you can see me moving it on my MPC, and you see it moving right there on the actual software. And you open up the software all the way right here, and then in this software right here, I mean, it looks like one big old plug-in right here. I mean, which it is, but everything right here does something different. Every single square right here is gonna be a different section that's gonna be on the screen on the MPC. So all this right here is totally, it looks like it's all together here, but it's not together or in the unit. And the first thing that I have noticed about this plug-in is I was running through some sounds, and all my sounds sounded like they had the ARP on. So what I did was I just went right here to where it says voice and ARP right here, and then when you get to those sounds that got that on, there's an on and off button right there. So you could turn it on and off right here. So if you don't want that sound just, looping and making it, whatever, you could turn that off right there. That's the first thing, because I was running through a lot of sounds like that they were sounding really good, but I just wanted to know what they sound like without that. So that's how you turn that off, first of all, because that was kind of annoying for me not to be able to find that. Like the first instrument I was finding it, like everything was like, okay, it's making all that. But now we're going to go ahead and work it out. So what I got going on right here is I got my sub. I got a bass that I found on here. Each one of these buttons right here do something different. So as you see, I'm right here. I'm in this section right here on the unit. So when I turn this here on and off, you see that? They make different sounds. So that's when it's on. Turn it off. Turn that off. You can just change it. You could do a lot of different stuff on this stuff. Now, I like that bass right there. So what I was gonna do was I like to go over to like where it says control. No, was it? Is it control? I'm doing this here free. I'm doing this just like I'm learning, just like how you guys learning. I'm just gonna push these buttons. We're gonna see what it does. But I was playing around with it a lot during the beta, and I remember a lot of the stuff that I was playing with and actually working on before they released this. So I'm just refreshing my mind now on the actual release of the unit, and it's not a beta anymore. So I want to see like how solid this plug-in is. I want to push it to its limits. I want to see if it's gonna lag out. I want to see if it's gonna make my computer crash or anything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's fresh to the plate. So let's try it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm on this screen now I'm on the screen where it's showing this logo right here where it says Jura, and I'm right here where it says analog and the volume right here. This one right here is important. It's important right here. The part that I am on the unit right here is where you see like the 1, 2, and the noise, and then you see the mix. So I'm in this section right here. It ain't really see. This is the difference, but between the software that's on the screen and then what you see on the actual unit. Um, I'm the kind of producer where I'm hardly ever looking at the computer screen. I'm 9 times out of 10 I'm paying attention to the unit, but I'm pointing to where it is on the screen so you see what page I'm on in the unit. I clicked on where it says chorus and effects, and then when you go right there, it says the Jura and it says volume, analog, and all that stuff right there. Now you can take your bass and then you can play around with the mix of it, and it's gonna feel out a lot better. You could change it up to 2, or put the noise. What I like to do is I like to add the noise on the back of it. It all depends on how much you're gonna put on it, but the noise sounds a lot better if you're using it like on a synth or something like this here, on here. So I'm gonna take it off of this one. So I don't want, when I do decide to add it, I don't want it to be overcrowded with too much noise. But you got the delay, reverb, and then EQ. So I'm gonna turn that off. I'm gonna turn the delay off. I'm gonna turn the EQ off too, because I like to, I don't know, I like to EQ my bass and all that stuff like right inside of Ableton. I can add the distortion, all that. Sometimes I add it right here from the MPC, but I have other better plugins. I have better plugins than what Akai has to offer if I wanted to use distortion or something like that. You know what I'm saying? There's hundreds of them out there. You know what I'm saying? But I want to make sure I like to turn the analog up on my bass. I'm just playing around with this here. Turn it up a little bit. Turn it up a little bit, just a dab. All right, I'm just gonna try to play with it real quick, man, and see what I can come up with. And I have my tempo set to 150. So let's see what it do. See when you set it to for the plug-in to record inside the MPC, only thing you gotta do is arm it, and then once you arm it, you just hit play on Ableton. My mouse ain't work. My touch ain't working because I'm streaming so much. All right, you're just gonna hit play on Ableton. What I do is I just let it go ahead and play. Just let it play, because now I could hit record. I mean, when I start running my beat, I'm just gonna run it nonstop. I don't pretty much need to stop it for anything, I don't think. But I got my tempo and everything right there. So let's see what we can come up with. It's all freestyle. I want to change that. Actually, let me take that out of there. Everything's not. right, I want to make this here 8 bars instead of 4. One thing that I have noticed though, I mean, like, even if you go right here to like, let me go right here real fast to the time correction. You want that turned on, so it's like always supposed to be able to catch this kind of stuff right here. Now you want it on all, and everything is set there, so all tracks and everything's good to go. 9 times out of 10, I don't know if it's just be the update or it's a part in the software or something like that. But you be probably thinking that you did it wrong, but you probably never did. It just the unit just don't be catching it on beat. I'm gonna blame it on the unit. I'm not gonna blame it on myself because I'm better than that. You know what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, I know how to hit it on the one because I play percussion. So let's just try it again. I want to try to bring that up, but I'm in the wrong key right there. So let me redo that. Once I figure out how I want to hit it, let's see. I don't know. I'm gonna have to just freestyle it and see what it does. Let's try it. Everything is a freestyle. Nothing comes out perfect, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna work it out. We're gonna go through this plug-in and see what it does. Try to fix it right here. Let's see if I can line it up. I can bring this here down so you guys can see more of what I got going on right here in the MPC as well. So was supposed to be off. I don't know. See? Let me maybe move that one. Let's see what this does. We got a little foundation going. All right, that's cool. The way I do my beat, I can't do one beat, everything on one sequence, one track like that. Everything that I do has to be tracked all the way out, all the way from the beginning to the end. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy this sequence to sequence number 2. I'm gonna move my MPC track up to number 2. And then I'm gonna hit the little small plus sign right above the plug-in right here at the bottom, so I can start a new plug-in. Now let's bring Jura in there again and find something else. Alright, so we got this. We got the second. It's just a Jura in there now. Let's bring it up. It's a fresh one. So let's see what this one does. All right. Just gonna turn these knobs and see what they do. You know what I'm saying? It's the only way you're gonna figure out what it does is by turning the knobs. But I did notice that it has some really, really nice sounds in there. You just gotta know how to work them, know what I'm saying? You can do amazing things with your bass on here though too, cause I mean you gotta really look at this plugin really, really, really thoroughly. I mean, there's a lot of things going on in here that I mean a lot of people is not gonna pay attention to. First of all, it don't really like show. I think the actual plugin in the unit shows a lot more than what's in the actual software plugin. I mean, you have everything here, but you don't see it in more detail on the unit. Let's see what these sounds do. I like simple kind of stuff. I don't like I'm a simple like kind of beat maker. I don't be like all right, let's try that. Definitely didn't catch it. Let's do it again. I mean, I'm hitting that on time. It's not very. It's not a hard beat or hard or a hard melody or anything to hit. You know what I'm saying? The MPC should be like tapping on that easy. You know what I'm saying? Come on. We got it in there. What I'm going to do now is I want to go to, I'm going to copy this sequence to sequence number 3. Now I want to change this track up to number 3. I'm still going to hit the small little plus sign to add another plug-in on there. But instead of adding another plug-in right now, I'm gonna go down into my expansions and then see if I can get some hi-hats and some other stuff cracking up in here. So let's get an expansion up in here. I'll just hit this here. What I do is I hit this and then I just tap a pad and then I hit the assign sample and then the browse button right there on the left side, and then your screen comes up like this here. Hit expansions and then all your expansions pop up right here. Or you can do it the another route right there by just hitting sounds, and then you can go over right here to drum and then go to user expansions, and then all your expansions will be right there. You can just hit the tab and then you'll have everything right there. So I'm gonna go into these here. I'm gonna see just load in some sounds. I mean, all of them. I make my own expansion, so I already know what they're gonna do. It ain't like I'm. Let's go into another one. Let's try this one. This is gonna be kind of hard for me to kind of do with one hand, but I'm gonna work it out. Let's get it. Let's try to figure it out. Hey, yeah, we're gonna be in there like that. I like to like that kind of bounce. You know what I'm saying? It's called slump. It's called slump, yo. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and get it. Yeah. Hey, lucky, I ain't no rapper. I mash these beats up. There we go. Hey. Okay. Like that. I'm gonna copy this here track right here. The sequence. I want to copy the sequence number 4 now. Then I want to move this track up to track number 4. And then I want to also hit that small little plus sign and add another drum set. Now let's go add another expansion on top of that right there with some more drums. I kind of like that, like it's doubled up right there, but you need to kind of like have another drum in there so you can kind of like ghost in the background a little bit. So this is what these other ones do. Too many of them, let's see. Sometimes you just need to track this just for one sound. Like I use one track probably just for that one sound right there. I'm just trying to get it on the way I want it though, to a fit. But I'm trying not to hit the pad so hard though either though. Pretty cool. I'm gonna turn that down anyway. I'm gonna copy that and then go to another. Nah, hold on, wait, let me go back. I gotta fix that. I need to add those other hi-hats on that that's gonna go in the back of that, kind of like real low. Let's go ahead and add that in there next. I'm just copying these sequence over and over and over and over again. I'm on sequence number 5 now, and every time I do that, I'm gonna change this track number up. So everything that I'm doing is not gonna be on the same track. And then I'm gonna hit this plus sign to add another program, and then add another sound from a expansion or something in there that you like. I'm trying to this one sound like. Alright, so that's definitely not the sound that I'm looking for. I gotta. Alright. I could just hear like the little sounds that's in the background of the sound, but that they trying to let you hear. And I know if that's gonna be like the kind of, like if I hear that hi-hat in the back, I'll know that that's the one that I'm looking for. It's still kind of. I'm gonna have to do it another way, so I'm just gonna go. Stay on this here same track, but now I need to go to browse, and then what I'm gonna just type in, I like to type in this hat, type in hat, go to sounds, and then you can hit any one of your plugins and all your hi-hats is gonna be in there. You could be able to find that one that you're looking for. That's it right there. I think that's it. Let me see. There we go. Let's try to get some hi-hats in there. Double them up a little bit. All right, so what I got here so far, let's take a look at so I have a couple instances of that. All right, so we're back here on this MPC now. Let me go ahead and route out what I have so far. And oh my God, I can't even believe my audio is so loud right there over that. Let me try to turn this here down a little bit. It's coming in hot on the OBS. Sorry about that, y'all. That's why I be trying to hit like the pad super soft on the MPC. It's just like the way it's set up. It's just like everything is super. Even if you have it on, I mean, the touch or whatever, everything is still super sensitive and loud. Know what I'm saying? So sorry about that. So what I'm gonna do is, anyway, I'm gonna turn this here down first of all. Alright, so now I had this here turned down. Really sorry about that being so loud. I'm like, God damn. If I didn't look behind me, I would have never known. I need to do something with that. Everything shouldn't be like so loud. Like everything gets louder and louder, louder, louder as you do the beat, and it really shouldn't be like that. I mean, it's like I'm hitting these pads like super soft. I'm not even tapping them hard. So let's go. All right. So what I'm gonna do now is I want to route these sounds out. So what I have here first, I'm gonna go to track number 1. All right, so track number 1 was just that the main like kind of bass line melody, and it goes right here. So I'm going into the pad mixer. Actually, not the pad mixer, but the channel mixer, because it's a plug-in. So on that track right there, I'm going to route that out to 3 and 4. You'll see right there, 3 and 4. Now, the next one over, I only had that drum, I believe, and then I'm gonna put that on 5 and 6. All right, 5 and 6. This other track, I only had that shaker on there, so I'm gonna put that on 7 and 8. And then let's go to track number 2. Let's see. All right, so here, let's go into pad track. And then we're gonna just route all this stuff out right here. That's 5, 6. That's 7 on. Put that on 7, 8 right there. Put this one right here on 9, 10. Put this on 11, 12. Now you see everything is kind of like changing up, because on this one track right here, I actually have sins coming in on this track right here. I'm trying to make sure I turn around and look back at my screen. My screen is behind me over here, and I'm working over here. So when the beat was up loud, I just happened to look back there, and it was loud. I'm really sorry about that. That probably could ruin my feed, but it's all good. As long as you get the idea of what's going on right here. I'm telling you, I'm pushing these pads like super soft. As you look at the volume, they're not even peaking now, because I'm not turning them up or down. It's just, I mean, I don't know why it'd be so loud like that. Like when you hit these pads, they shouldn't be that loud. Like if I hit the pad soft, I'm expecting a soft sound. It shouldn't be like I'm really trying to punch. Like I barely tap the pad and it's punching super hard. Know what I'm saying? If I wanted to punch hard like that, I should hit the pad and it should do that. It shouldn't have to do it like that. All right, so let's move this here over to 13 and 14. All right, 14. Let's put this on 15 and 16. I got that on 15 and 16. All right, so let me go back into the track. Anyway, what makes this here really good right here is like now I got this little beat right here out, and I did it with the little Jura, and I added like some drums. I have it routed out right there. I can literally now come into my force and then go right here into control mode, and then now if I wanted to record all of that right there into a track, like everything that's on track number 1, I still got stuff that's in there, like it's showing right here that there's some stuff still in there. Like I hear that shaker and stuff. I want to take all that stuff right there. Let's see. Let me go back into the mixer again. Oh, let's see. It might be the pad mixer. Okay, so I have this. Let me put that on 17, 18. All right, move it to 17 and 18. All right, so now as you see, there is nothing hidden on this channel. This is how it should be right here. Well, actually, there's a clap there. So let me go back into the beat again. Find where that clap is at. So on there, it's gonna, you just go down to the track. Usually, like you can just tap on it. Here it is right there. So I'm gonna go right here into pad mixer. And then I'm gonna route that one out to what is it, 1920. That should be 1920. All right, so now nothing's hidden on track number 1. Nothing's hidden on track number 1. You can go onto your force, put it into live control mode, and then you can actually see everything hidden on the mixer right there, and you see there's nothing on the MPC at all. So what you want to do is, you want to, while you got it in live control mode, just hit stop first. When you hit stop on the force, everything's gonna stop. Hold shift and take it back to the beginning. You wanna I moved this arrow over, so it's only, if you look at the screen at the top, it's only showing these patterns right here from track 2 and up. So what I want to do is we need to arm all these tracks right here. So what you do is just go to the record button. You got it right here, so you see all your clips. It'll be on this line if anything. So I just hit launch on this line right here. And what I want to do is I want to arm all these tracks. So what I do is I got record down, and I'm gonna hold this button down while it's lit, while I tap the other ones to light them up in Ableton. If you need to move it over, just hit the arrow while you're still holding this here down. Just hit the arrow over, and then until you get right there, you'll see like where your finger's at, and then you can light the rest of them up. Now, I know I didn't record all that many in there, but those tracks right there are lined up and ready to go. So now, if I was to go to the Ranger right here, and let me hit, I'm gonna hit the record button right here on the right, on the bottom right screen of the force. But you want to also make sure that you don't have loop turned on, and then in your Ableton, also have the Ableton link turned on right here. So everything should be right on tempo. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit this record button now. I have all those tracks right there armed. I have all these tracks right here armed now. So now I'm gonna hit this record button right here, and it should record what I have right here in the MPC into Ableton right there, and I should be able to break these here tracks down live as I'm playing it. I mean, you can either do it like that, or you could put the MPC into song mode and then do it like that, or you can hit play and then you can record them all into a clip, and then you can break it down like that, and then mix it from the force in there like that. But the way that I'm gonna do it, I'm just gonna I armed all those tracks right there. I'm gonna hit record right here. It's gonna play, and everything should go in there. Let's try it out. All right, there we go. Yay. Yeah, we in there. Later on, I end up adding like some type of strings or orchestra or something in there. But I mean, this is just the foundation of it. I mean, this is how I build my beats, you know what I'm saying? I marinate off of that for a minute and figure out like how I don't try to like rush it all at once. I let it sink in for a minute and then, you know, add something else to it. Let me see if I change the track, what it do. It's gonna give me a different break. I can break it all the way to the beginning. Then it's gonna come back in with the full thing at the end right here. Hey. Yeah. That's how we're gonna drop it just like that though. You see on the side of Ableton right here, everything is hidden, everything's on there. You can actually hit it on the force right here, and you see all your tracks right there. If you hit stop on the force, everything should stop. The MPC, the force, and Ableton. If I go back into Ableton right here, line all these here back up. To turn that record off, only thing you got to do is just tap the record button one time and all those will go off. Go back into and turn all your tracks into auto. I don't know how many I use, but I'm just going to auto all of them, whatever is many, so I can get all of them in there. But then when you play it back now, and that's what we recorded right there. Ain't panning out over there. It gave me a little volume, a little extra right there to turn it up a little bit. I don't understand why it was so loud. I really apologize for that right there. Now I know when I'm doing this, I may have to have some type of small screen or something that I can watch this meter or watch the OBS right behind me to show that it ain't going too loud, because when I turned around, that whole meter was like fully red. So I can guarantee you during that part of this video that it's gonna be super loud right there, and I'm gonna leave it up. I'm just gonna go back and learn from my mistakes, but everything does work. It's just I don't know why, like the beat that I mean, like I wasn't even tapping these pads hard, because I'm not really like a hard. I like to have like different. If you don't hit the pad as hard, you're gonna get a different sound out of your drum and out of your bass or whatever else. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, to me, clarity is everything. So it is what it is, y'all. way it goes, man, on Slump Musiq. Thank everybody for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I got more videos like this here coming up. I'm going to work out this OBS issue and see how can I maintain that. So if I was making a beat like this here and I'm not, I mean, I didn't, if I didn't turn around and see that thing red like that, I never would have known it was loud. But I need to figure out maybe when I'm doing these beats like this here, just turn the volume down low first, and then as you're doing the beat, you see it's gonna get louder. So I guess just turn the volume down on the MPC one on the master volume. Go into the mixer right here. If you go into your channel mixer right there, you can go into the master. You can go right here to the top where it says program and turn that knob over where it says main output. Turn that down right there, and then that way you'll know, like, I mean, it ain't gonna peak out because it's set lower. But now I do know that, and I do know next time that I will make sure I will do that. Future reference to Slump Musiq. Note that. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.